All right, welcome back, everyone. We're on game number 4 for the ESL One Katowice 2019, powered by Intel. We've got J.Storm versus compLexity. compLexity, oh, did they actually reflect this? Yeah, they have it up now properly. Awesome. So compLexity has won 2 games so far. J.Storm has won 1.
Yep.
And this could be compLexity now.
Technically 2 games, because they got 1 from being the upper bracket.
Right.
Yeah.
Technically, exactly. So they just need 1 more win on the side of compLexity in order to just close this out, get qualified for Katowice for the main event.
Yeah.
Or J.Storm, you know, they could flex some muscle. They could come back here. We saw that they were very, very strong earlier on. But compLexity, it feels like they're just starting to piece these teammates together. And
yeah, definitely.
They're looking good.
Yeah, compLexity was able to neuter basically everybody except for Moo. And when you have a Chronosphere, you can basically just choose, I'm killing that guy.
Yeah. Miracle was very disciplined. He made sure that every Chronosphere he had after a certain point
it's like
only for Moo.
It's like when you get in a pub and there's one guy that's like super high rated and you're Doom, you just like Doom that guy.
Every time.
And it's the same thing in this game. It's not necessarily that Moo is like the highest skill player on this team, although he might be. He's very good. But it's more so like he's the only hero doing well. And when you have one hero doing well against one of these choose to kill that heroes, it's very, very hard to execute that game as long as that person is very disciplined in their team fighting.
Right, and it felt a little bit bad there too for poor March. March never half the time he tried to get these splits off.
He never got the split off.
No,
it seemed like every fight from the moment that they lost control of the game, March was just dying as soon as the fight started.
Yeah,
and that is very, very bad. But if that's in your game plan and you want to be that hero that's running in and starting the fight, because you have to have somebody do it. Like it looks bad, but you have to have somebody do that. But if your fight relies on the brew split, that's when it gets really tricky. It's like, okay, we need to figure something else out. We need to, like, I don't know, bait Centaur or something like that.
Do something for sure.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get into the draft here for game number 4. We've got a Phantom Assassin picked up. That is a favorite hero here for Moo. We've seen him play quite a bit of it. The Keeper of the Light is something a little bit different. That Will-O-Wisp is very, very strong, so I'll be interested to see how that works out. But they've got, like, no lockdown, whereas the side of compLexity, you've got that Husky Tusky coming out here for Z-Freak, and I betcha anything. And actually, Death is the one drafting this time around, too.
Huh.
They switch off like that. It's pretty interesting. I know I was talking with one of the compLexity guys, and he says that Death has been talking quite a bit during a lot of the games and things. So we're definitely seeing some of that impact.
That is very interesting. It could also just be a strat to, like, throw your opponents off.
It's possible.
Where it's like, okay, I feel like I have a really good draft for this one. Maybe I'll just draft this.
Well, it also keeps your opponents guessing. But we saw, Brio will occasionally draft for J.Storm too. We're seeing more
maybe
of that.
It's just like these. I mean, it is a new patch. These certain players have different ideas on the game. What would make a good draft? Just throw it to them. Give them a shot. It's like if it's going to be, 80 to 90% as good of a draft, and you can throw that wrench in the enemy team's plan where, like, you're going to be drafting completely different. That seems like a win, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
You can get.
The mind games are a huge part of Dota too.
It's like a 5 to 10% decrease in drafting skill maybe because you don't have a captain drafting, but it's like a 50% increase, and the enemy team can't guess what the hell you're going to pick. Pretty cool. It's like next level. It's super next level. Death, of course, picks up his Sand King first.
He has been so good with this hero. He's just been super on point. I'm very excited to see Z-Freak on the Tusk with the tag team.
Look at these bans, though. It's like we saw that Tusk was getting first phase banned because Z-Freak with the Tusk, he's just been spamming that. And it feels like you have to ban him out. But then he just destroys you with Phoenix.
So you ban out the Phoenix and give him the Tusk.
What are you going to leave in IO or Mag and let compLexity pick that up? I'd actually probably prefer to let the IO stay in the pool.
Really?
Over Z-Freak's Tusk or Phoenix.
I was hoping we'd see the Z-Freak Rubik. I'm a big fan of Z-Freak Rubik.
He hasn't played that in quite some time. I guess they just value, like, these other heroes a lot higher. And then you also have
the tag team is super good though now.
It's super good.
Tusk.
If you have
He's already a great Tusk player.
If you have a team that, like, plays around it, it's definitely very, very good too. Like, I really feel like compLexity understands how to play around this hero. They set up ganks with it. They abuse the tag team. They stay, like, within the radius.
That's an interesting pick.
J.Storm really loves this hero. I'm surprised that they have not been sticking to this hero for this tournament, because I know it was getting, like, first phase banned in a lot of these a lot of these matches. In fact, J.Storm, it's their most banned hero on this patch.
Really?
It's Spirit Breaker. They really think this hero is good.
Okay.
So I like that they're like kind of going back to the roots.
Oh, I like that pickup though. Being really, really good about shutting down that Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, it's just like a tanky guy who can trade with the Spirit Breaker, and then also you can just stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, quick nightmare.
Or grip.
Can't bulldoze if you're being held in place.
Although, to be fair, now that he does have that bulldoze, it gives him the status resist. Was it 80% status resist? So
That's right.
If you do use any Bane spells on him, they're going to be relatively wasted. You will interrupt the charge or something like that, but you're still wasting a lot of duration on the Spirit Breaker. Like if you try to Nightmare him in a fight, he'll just break it and then come out and keep casting his spells.
That's true.
But I do think the Spirit Breaker is definitely a very, very good hero. Dark Seer is banned, so you can't get that like ridiculous combo, but Spirit Breaker definitely feels very strong even without the Dark Seer.
I'm still concerned though. I feel like the lockdown is still very, very light because you've got, the
You do have the Ignis Fat Ass now though.
I forgot that we're calling it that.
I was trying to say it with a straight face. Yeah, the Ignis Fat Ass, you have the Bulldoze.
Right.
Bulldoze Fat Ass. Like there's so many ways that they can definitely lock down in these team fights. Very cooldown dependent though. Spirit Breaker ulti too. Cooldown dependent.
And especially, like, keep it light, not the most mobile hero. If Sand King can get the jump on him before he can drop that Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah.
Not going to have that. And
Tusk,
also, we saw...
Tusk is good at getting on top of him.
Was it compLexity that played the Keeper of the Light? Was it Z-Freak? And he was forced to just constantly use use it defensively, which is not the way you want to be playing that, in my opinion, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. That's, I mean, they love themselves some Mirana.
Congratulations to compLexity. They are now going to the ESL... Just kidding. Not a huge fan of Mirana. She does not feel as strong. That was what that joke was.
It's Forev who loves Mirana, right?
He is a huge Mirana
He's a huge
player.
Mirana fiend.
He was I was actually like I was inquiring about Mirana when this hero was really popular just to figure out his
pick his brain a little bit.
Yeah, I mean I always do that with offlaners. I always fiend their knowledge. Ask Brax. I'm pretty sure Brax sometimes like appears offline just so I don't message him.
He's dodging you, man. You're getting ghosted by Brax.
He is. I'm his lady. Did you not see
I know, I saw.
He's my sweet prince, and he's dodging.
And he's ghosting you, man.
Come on.
Dating in 2018.
But he was just like, I don't remember exactly what it was, so this is kind of useless to say. But Frev was explaining to me just the difference on like when he would go for a Monkey King bar, when he would go for Maelstrom. Basically, he thinks I think it was something along the lines of like basically Monkey King bar is always stronger if you're ahead. Like if you're weaker. And you're not having a good lane, you would go for like Maelstrom. But he thinks like Monkey King bar is like just the most broken item on Mirana. I don't know what the new Mirana. This was like way back when.
Yeah.
It sounds so minimal, but it's like little decisions like that make a player strong with the hero. Just knowing exactly when to get what.
Cat Lady versus Cat Lady. I like it.
They're sisters, aren't they?
No. Oh God, no.
What are you talking about?
Not all priestesses of the moon are related.
Are you sure? Isn't Mirana the princess and Luna's? I'm Googling this.
No, they are not. They are not related, sir. Mirana is the priestess of the moon. Luna is like the defender of Selamene. They hate each other too, by the way.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Heroes associated with Mirana. Let's see though. Luna and Mirana are both affiliated.
Affiliated, not related.
Luna seems to resent Mirana. Mirana bears a higher royalty to Luna. She does kind of seem like that, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's kind of hoity-toity, right?
She's a little hoity-toity, and then Luna's kind of more.
Luna's like in the trenches with something to prove, and then Mirana's just like, "I'm beautiful and Moonlight Shadow."
Yeah, Luna will kick your ass.
Yeah, and it is it's like one's from the hood and one's from
Luna's like a ghetto Mirana.
I don't know about that. She's thug.
Irish
she's thug. Thug life over there for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, all right. So we get the Luna pickups. They're going to be going for a lot of early push here. It's a little scary though because Phantom Assassin, if she gets a good start, which we have seen Mu do, can slice Luna up in half.
Yeah, you can
very easily.
You can blow this hero up. Luna doesn't really have any way to evade the PA damage either, but you do have the magical damage in the Eclipse. If you can get a lead on Luna, it's very effective against the PA. One of the few heroes that can tear the PA up through the evasion that she has. So it definitely goes both ways, just depending on who is stronger.
That's true. All right, so they ban out the OD. I guess they want to make sure that they don't have a lane dominator here. So what's the limp hero? They go for Tiny again. All right, you know, it worked last time. Why not? Why not? And he can blow up a Mirana very, very easily. Keeper of the Light as well. Even Phantom Assassin. Is,
you can definitely dumpster a Mirana mid, too, if they put the Mirana mid.
I don't think they're going to put the Mirana mid.
You probably want to just put Forever on it and give Brile the last pick.
But what do you send against Limp's Tiny? Because it's going to get obliterated.
Necrophos. Go for the Necro.
But then what's their synergy?
That's the classic counter to Tiny.
But what's their synergy then?
You just annihilate him in the mid lane, and you get enough levels that the new changes to Necro are not as effective. I don't know if Brile would play that. It seems like not a high enough skill hero for him, but hey, if Sumail can main Necro for a while, I'm sure Brile can hunker down and play the Necrophos. Or just play Dragon Knight.
All right,
again.
that works.
All right. Okay. I'm
liking compLexity's draft a lot.
I like J.Storm's. I like J.Storm's this time.
Look at that majestic mount.
I just can't get my eyes off of Bane. He's just the ugliest hero in Dota, hands down.
How do you not look at this beautiful cat
That
mount?
guy has a mouth for a face. His entire head is a mouth.
Yeah, so is Faceless Voids. He has no face.
Yeah, but Bane has a mouth. That's like the worst part of the face.
The mouth is the worst
part
of the face.
I would take a nose, just a giant nose hero any day.
Giant nose
over
hero.
eyes or over mouth. I would take eyes or nose over mouth for sure. Bane has the eyes on his hands.
I'm learning so much about you during this cast, dude.
I'm sorry, I just can't handle this big,
yeah, I know.
Big ugly Bane staring at me.
It's his eyes on his hands too, like what is that, Pan's Labyrinth that had that, except it was on the other side?
Other side, yeah.
That was a creepy creature. I think he was like eating fairies too or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Nasty.
Some crunching noises.
Crunchy fairy bones.
Yep. March, this Spirit Breaker is just like a perfect hero for March.
Well, he's going to be causing a lot of chaos.
That sounds like an insult, but this is a very good way to play Dota and has been for 2 to 3 years. Just being an absolute madman. You just run in with Ogre or Spirit Breaker and just cause so much chaos. Like, chaotic Dota is actually good Dota.
There are 2 people I think of when I see Spirit Breaker. 3, March? Actually. No, I see March, obviously, you know, seeing the Spirit Breaker. Grant playing Spirit Breaker. And then Roger playing Spirit Breaker. Those are the 3 people I think.
Grant is just a Spirit Breaker and Ogre main.
He is.
That's what he
is a chaos maker. Although he did play quite a bit of Lich, I think, in the NADCL. Because that hero is busted.
Busted for sure.
Interesting that Lich made it through here.
Yeah, I like, though, that if a game is going like a certain way and you feel like it's very even when it shouldn't be with like your players or your style, you just completely change it up and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, but on the same side, right? If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Limp's going to be back on the Tiny. Death's going to be back on the SK. You know that Z-Freak plays a ton of Tusk.
It is cool to see J.Storm completely switch up their style, though. But
the light keep you.
This will be interesting.
Brile being on the DK is, like you said earlier, it's always a little awkward just because I think he's like a really high skill player, and
he did quite well on the DK last time.
He did, and the thing is, like, also when you have Moo on your team, it's like this guy has enough like individual skill that you can just expect him to carry you if you give him some space. They're going aggro with Moo as well. They seem to really like aggroing with this PA.
How do you feel about that?
It seems pretty good. They've applied a lot of pressure with it. I think the hero is one of the few carries that can actually do extremely well in a tri-lane, depending on what she's paired with. So it makes a lot of sense. And then it makes it so that you're not like playing into the enemy team's like pressure offlane. It's like, you want to pick this pressure offlane? Okay, you're gonna be pressuring your Mirana. Who gives a shit? Yeah, like, it doesn't matter. Mirana doesn't get pressured. But she also
Death
doesn't
gonna get too much out of this, though? Is my question, because Death has been quite a.
He always seems to get too much out of it.
Yeah, that's true. No matter what ends up happening.
But it's like maybe it doesn't matter if Moo's gonna get a lot too, though. It's a trade-off.
It's gonna need a fast BKB, I think, on the hero.
Forever's gonna.
We're still gonna see the Battle Fury, do you think?
I would like to see a Battle Fury. I feel like this hero just falls off if you don't get it. It gives you damage too. It's like a damage item that. I don't think you want to fight super early, and if you do the Battle Fury, it'll be fine for that.
This might be first blood here, Milan. One more hit. 3-4-3, getting the first blood. The body blocked him out now over here onto March because he doesn't have that charge up just yet. You have the brain slap that got picked up on 3-4-3, so he should be able to get out, no problem. And they secure several of the runes.
Z-Freak just demonstrates why it's so important to hold your skill point at level 1. That was just a perfect opportunity to use the shard block to protect from any jukes that could happen in those trees. He was just holding it that whole time until he knew that he needed a spell. Uses the shards. I think the shards are also going to be fine for like a tri-lane. If they think they have enough damage, they just need to catch somebody out.
I love how 343 is like literally standing next to Milan this entire time. Just gonna casually saunter himself away.
It's an awkward
Get a
tri
fast
lane.
D ward.
I definitely think this tri lane favors the compLexity lineup just because they have the Luna. They're going to get so much damage. Although, then again, you are tri laning into a Keeper of the Light. This hero does so much damage, and it's in such a large AoE that you can almost always hit multiple people with it. And you're going to constantly be pushing in the creep wave. So that means you're going to have this huge wave to work with.
And Luna's fairly squishy here. She can't withstand all of these lovely Illuminates being thrown at her face. But at the same time, you know, if 343 is able to cancel out a bunch of those clarities, too, that Milan's carrying, it's going to make life a little bit easier until he gets that Chakra Magic.
Yep. Mid lane. Limp doing
Limp
very well. DK doing fine, too, though. This is going to be a snooze fest. It's freaking tanky melee mid laners, man.
And we're not going to see anything out of Death probably until he gets his ultimate down here.
I have a prediction for this mid lane.
What is that?
We're going to see Bracers being picked up by the Tiny
okay.
and by the Dragon Knight.
Oh my god, that's some wild...
Yeah, I know.
Wild ideas here.
I'm just hoping to get a Reddit thread, so...
Alright, 343, just trading a little bit here with March.
God, Spirit Breaker is just such a tanky hero.
He is a space cow.
He is. Everybody knows the cows from space are tanky as hell.
They are the tankiest cows.
Cows are probably actually pretty tanky. You probably run out one of those things and just slam it with your hands, and it'd probably be fine.
I want to see you, like... I mean, obviously, you know, now that you've said that, the PETA people are going to be coming knocking on your door.
They for sure are.
I mean, oh, he steals it at the last second. He gets the double damager and away from Lem. Very nice timing on that March.
Runs to the top lane. He's going to do some trading with that. I told my girlfriend that if she ever gets a horse, I'm gonna run at it and scare it and train it to just be
a scared horse that'll eventually buck your girlfriend and kill her. That's pretty awful, dude.
That came out sounding a lot more.
That sounds like you're trying to murder her.
I just like screwing with animals. Is that psychopathic?
Yeah, a little. Yeah, that is.
In a fun kind of. I have fun with my dog.
All right. Well, if you're playing with them, like if you're trolling animals, that's different.
I
than
troll them. No, I troll them.
Messing with them. Although running at a cow at full tilt with your hands pushed out, like that's
Oh, it's like, you stupid cow. You're gonna be scared of me. I'm not. There's nothing to be scared of.
You know, you can always just go cow tipping too if you really want to mess with them.
Have you done that before?
I grew up in an agricultural area.
Oh my goodness.
No comment.
That is psychopathic.
No comment.
You've cow tipped. I've never tipped cows.
Why not? Didn't they deserve a tip?
Yeah, well, maybe somebody will tip March in this game, and we'll see a cow tip.
There we go. Ah! We'll be here for the rest of this game, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That was a great segue. Yeah. That's gonna give me a Reddit thread.
For sure. For sure. All right, we do have a charge coming out over here on Z-Freak. He's got a couple stick charges all held up over here. Stifling Dagger throws out 343 again, standing nearby. We'll take a bit of an Illuminate to the face. Brain Sap coming through. They've got the Lucent Beam over here. Tag team coming out. Moo gonna have to go blink himself away to his teammates.
I gotta say, these tri-lane versus tri-lane games always actually turn out to be very uneventful because the tri-lane plays so safe knowing they're against a tri-lane, and then you have two snooze fest lanes because there's just two heroes farming. Solo kills are not gonna happen with these heroes.
Nope.
It's an interesting way to just completely get a neutral amount out of the lanes. Although, as I say that,
Snowball.
Dire's getting quite a lot out of these lanes.
It feels like this tri-lane is just not as effective as they wanted it to be coming out from J.Storm.
I'm not sure if they expected compLexity to also tri-lane it and to like instantaneously predict the tri-lane. I guess that's
possible.
That's what happens when you reveal in the Coddle and you get the first blood, is that you know that J.Storm's going to tri-lane this lane. So it's kind of like a...
Yeah, Moo definitely not running away with the CS as he was last time.
Yeah, Luna's more than happy to be in this scenario. Level 2 in the Lunar Blessing too, so Bane has 75 damage, Tusk has 70, plus 25 coming from the tag team. Z-Freak went for the point and Snowball, which is definitely value.
Oh, that Illuminate actually manages to hit Z-Freak. He's actually dead here, I think. Oh, no, they'll turn back around. Tag team slowing down March. This is actually going to be a very dead space cow.
Oh my god. The damage. Tag
team.
Goodness.
Bones trying together. Also, shout out, we have a different courier this time for compLexity. We got the swag bar.
Oh, nice. Who bought that?
It's 343's unusual Shagbark.
Okay, cool.
I like it.
That's unusual.
I like it.
Let me tell you, I'll give you a little price check on this courier. What do we got here?
Well, that's a dead Milan. That's what we have because Limp makes a rotation.
Ships in the night. Prismatic gem. Yeah, that's a $10.
He's balling, man.
That's a $10 courier for sure. This guy's loaded.
Flexing that that Dota 2 money right there.
He really is. Tiny going for phase boots.
Braille actually pops that dragon form over here in mid.
Yeah, I think you basically just like want to use it as soon as humanly possible, just get damage on the tower. It's all about like the timing of using the spell over the first 15 minutes of the game, as opposed to like trying to save it for something. You just want to have it active for as long as possible. Because it's free damage on towers. So.
Yeah, I mean, they even go and they fort so that way they can try to put some more damage, but they fort right back at them.
It's just kind of stupid. Like, there's no way that anybody's ever going to kill a DK, so you literally just run at towers using this, and you will eventually get them, while being unkillable, but also not being able to really kill anybody yourself, unless you have any help. It's like, how do you stop this? It's so annoying to play against this hero mid. You literally just keep hitting the tower.
It's just a tanky boy. Although, what did we see yesterday? The Viper pickup, remember?
Yeah, that was good. That was really clutch.
Mm.
That was a nice pick. He's actually just going to get the tower. It's not going to be in deny range. Braille intentionally backing off because he knows that it's just going to get like forted and then denied.
Nice spot him out over there. They're actually pretty neck and neck in terms of CS though here in this top lane. 30 and 4 over on the PA, 29 and 5 on Luke.
Yeah, in every lane's like relatively even.
So yeah. Oh, blink. Oh, shards do man.
Limp's here.
Oh, they're gonna go right back there. Limp's gonna be able to toss it up, and that's a dead move. There'll be no easy pickings for you today. Although March, he goes in for the charge. They've got the Lunar. We'll be able to go throw out the Nightmare, get a couple value hits off, but
well, this tri-lane not doing too hot for J.Storm. Although the thing is, like when you leave the mid lane like that, you are against the DK who you know is
he's got to take the tower,
pressuring that tower, but. It was a good rotation because Limp knows that he doesn't have the ult. He had just used it, so DK actually did not end up getting the tower in that rotation.
Efficiency again.
Basically the perfect time.
Oh, top lane. Oh man, this Illuminate does so much damage. Z-Freak now in for a little bit of trouble trying to run himself away. He does use the salve over here. Moo might be in for a little trouble as well. Has that blur. There's a nice arrow coming through from Forev as he finds it, but he's not going to be able to get that damage off from the Starstorm. They go and they use that Nightmare. Now 3-4-3 he goes. He pops his own stick there. Got to be able to run himself out. Miracle also going to be able to just jaunt himself away. And they've lost nothing here on the top lane. Oh, I say that, but they find Z-Freak. Never mind.
Uses TP.
JK!
Z-Freak did a really good job at dodging the Illuminate in like a super high skill way, but then Milan actually predicted the fact that he was going to dodge it the second time.
Oh, Limp?
Nailed him.
Limp's dead.
Is he just solo killed by the... I mean, basically.
Choo-choo!
Yeah, he just got solo killed by Braille. How? What on earth? That is very, very good for Braille.
That is a Dragon Knight. Dragon form.
He gets a tower too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you'd expect. For sure.
Getting a solo kill in the tower.
Death is getting so much out of this bottom lane, though. In fact, they actually rotate Milan.
We've seen Death do a lot too with some early farm. It seems like a hero that shouldn't be able to completely control the game, but Death has.
Yeah, Death was my MVP yesterday.
He has for sure proven that notion wrong.
Yeah.
He will completely carry.
Look at Moo. There's a jump for Braille making this rotation. That's very dead 3-4-3. Limp coming forward, though, wants to see if he can get a return here.
I mean, he can't.
He can't get the Dragon Knight. He might have been able to get maybe if Rev had like leapt forward or something, but...
The amount of HP and HP regen that these strength heroes have is kind of crazy. There are 3 cores in the top lane for J.Storm, but it's to secure a tower. They have 2 tier 1s at this point. Luna not really effective at fighting because she's level 5. It's the problem with running a tri-lane versus tri-lane. You just send both the strong heroes top, and how the heck are you going to respond to that?
That bracer life, man.
I love me some bracers.
The magic resist with that now is just...
You just have so much effective HP.
Super crazy. Alright, final hit on the tower.
How does Tiny ever die? How does
DK die? Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Dragon Knight's even scarier because he has the armor.
These immortal heroes, man. Braille pops a dragon form, finds Limp. Limp grabs himself a phase boots.
Oh, look at that. Limp is immortal. Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
It's good to be a strength hero. Even Forev is sitting on 1,262 HP. Quite a lot. He's got such an early game centric build. He even picked up the magic wand. There's no TP.
I'm trying to figure out what's the play here. This looked like we have a charge over onto 3-4-3. Throws out that Nightmare. Gets a nice bash. Is going to be able to avoid the arrow though. He's going to be just fine.
It's kind of hard to set up arrow. There's like it's just Dragonite stun that really sets up the arrow this game. I think Forev can just chill out and farm. They're letting them get a lot of space right now. Luna is farming as well. So either it's like you go contest to Luna because the longer you can keep her at level 5 and with low points in the glaives, the better.
Limp might be in some trouble here. Braille, though, just finishing up that dragon form. Stifling Dagger is going to get thrown out. There's going to be the charge coming out with the avalanche coming out from Limp and the follow-up with the rest of the team. There was a March there. Yeah. He is no longer with us. R.I.P.
You need to commit so much to kill.
They have the vision on Forev with that sentry.
They have very little to save him, though.
They have the Nightmare, I guess.
These supports are just so low level on both sides.
Tanky though, again.
He is so tanky.
Throughout the tag team, you've got a couple of these heroes there, although with EA being here, that could be a little bit dangerous. Limp gonna go forward with that avalanche. He'll take down Z-Freak. Now the charge coming out over onto Limp. There's gonna be the leap. They'll follow up. Sand King making this rotation, though. I don't think they really want to deal with this. He goes for the Burrow Strike. Oh, he's caught on the ledge. He can't get down in time. I don't know if they actually know that, though. Now March running himself out. They'll land the avalanche over here onto the corner. Toss back as well. Death has got that Burrow Strike up. They should be able to take him down. Just one more hit. He's got the charge up. Nope, not going to be able to get out.
Double damage bot. Luna's farming this whole time, so I mean you're kind of okay with this if you're complexity, but it's just the fact that the Luna's so low level that she doesn't farm very quickly. We can see that he went for 2 points in glaives, 3 points in glaives now. He's just going to go max glaives and try to jungle with the Mask of Madness.
As per usual, Death is top of the net worth here.
Yeah.
5.9k. Next closest is, of course, the DK. Charge coming out. I don't think they're going to continue that, though.
God, I know I keep saying it, but just this 2,000 HP at 12 minutes on the Sand King is unbelievable. He is so incredibly hard to kill.
That Vanguard and the Bracer just do so much for him.
There just straight up aren't spells in this game that can take him down from full HP. Like, they would need to commit so much to killing him that it's not even worth it. You just run around as an offlaner now, and you're immortal just by the effect of, like, knowing that the enemy team, if they're smart, they won't try to kill you ever because it's not worth the investment unless you, like, completely put yourself out of position. Which means that he can just run down these lanes and play in the most deadly lane. And look, he's playing near 2 cores right now.
Z-Freak has found himself a Coddle here. I think Coddle will be fine because worst case scenario, he can use the Will-O-Wisp to be very defensive.
Yeah.
But I feel like we haven't seen much of Coddle too, right? He's just constantly, you know, trying to do some split pushing.
The Coddle hasn't seemed that great.
A bit underwhelming
in these games.
Ooh, Death right in the face. 3-4-3 throws out the Nightmare. Is going to try to dodge this. Gets the Fiend Script off, but it doesn't matter. There's going to be the jump forward though coming out from Death. They're going to be able to get this kill over here. There's a dead Forev. They'll find the kill over onto March.
All right.
What a turn around.
3-4-3. That was
clutch.
That was so good. Like with the Nightmare save, and then he cancels the grip to use the Brain Sap to give him just enough HP to survive, and then he wands. That is some nice 5-roll play. Like, he's doing all of that with just Magic Wand and a Windlace, and he completely sets that fight up.
I'm liking him much better on this Bane than I am on the Lich.
That was beautiful.
Also, like, the trust coming out that Death is going to go right back in as soon as that barrel strikes up.
Yeah.
It's very well played.
As soon as the arrow was
Team synergy.
Over.
Team synergy.
Yeah, that was some high skill stuff. 3-4-3. Just completely styled on J.Storm.
Got a double damage rune? No, it's just the clarity. Okay. Thought for a second Limp had another double damage, and I was like, man, this guy is very, very lucky.
I did see a DD at some point. Where's that at?
I don't know. Maybe he used it and it just wore off?
Maybe, yeah.
That's
possible.
possible.
He did use it, yeah.
Alright, got level 9 online for Luna now. She's got that Mask of Madness, working on the Dragonlance. Limp is, got himself an Invis. This is pretty good. Oh, Milan. If Milan shows himself here. Alright, there's going to be the jump forward. They follow up with the Avalanche. Nice laser beams coming through. Will-O-Wisp, though, holding him into place with that sleep. They'll turn back around. Miracle sitting very, very low. He's getting dragged forward and forward. He's going to be able to run himself back. The snowball's coming out. Chasing back around. There's such a pain in the butt with that Will-O-Wisp. They're going to chase after Bryle here. Bryle still trying to flap himself away. They managed to get the kill over onto Milan, and March also going to fall. He's going to be able to get out here. That was potentially pretty scary for that Luna, but she was able to stay alive after all is said and done.
What a turnaround. Once again, the Nightmare save from 3-4-3. Just completely clutch. Turns that around. Usually if you bait like that, If it's just a full 5-man rotation, the Luna dies, then it's like, oh crap, we shouldn't have baited that. But
well, it wasn't a full 5-man rotation because Moo wasn't there.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Moo was not there.
He's been farming. He's almost got his Battle Fury.
What's Freak doing over here? He knows that for up there.
He's chilling.
Maybe he's waiting for Death to join up. Hero gets thrown out. 3-4-3 charges coming through as well. He's going to be able to use the Brain Staff. Death, he's so patient. Look at him. He's just thinking, all right, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, they're going to be able to get that kill. Jump forward. They find a double stun over here onto the Coddle and Forev. Snowball coming through. They'll turn back around. They really want to get this kill over onto Forev. Z-Freak going to be able to go. Use the Walrus Punch. He's actually going to get taken down, though, because it PA. March also going to be wiped off the face of the planet, though. As the rest of Cold, they jump back, and they find themselves another target. That's going to be a double kill for Death.
Death is so patient with the burrows. Death
is patient.
He was specifically... That sounds dark.
That was a winky face.
That
was a winky face.
That sounds so dark.
Death is very patient. He comes for everyone.
He's waiting for all of us.
He's waiting for all of you.
He will double burrow strike you, children, your parents. Probably your parents first, because, you know, by definition, they're older than you.
Okay, now we're getting dark. Now we're getting a little bit dark.
You started it.
That's actually a phrase, though, right? Death is patient.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not. I'm an uncultured swine. I'm just an American trying to live in Trump's America.
You're not even American.
I know. That's a saying.
I don't think that's a saying.
Have you ever heard the saying, death is patient? It's very similar to that one.
Well played.
Thank you.
Well played.
That was really nice, though, the double burrow. He was waiting for the Coddle.
So patient. Like, I thought that he was holding onto her just a little bit too long, right? Because 3-4-3 was going to get taken out, but...
They just sacrificed their support.
They just sacrificed
They don't care. They don't care. So, yeah, he's going to go get himself killed anyway. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's been playing really, really well this game. The Nightmare saves have been, like, super clutch.
They've been so good. So good. I think the last time I saw someone play a Bane this well was either... I think it was Moose. Moose was playing it on...
He's a good Bane.
He's very, very good.
Would you believe Moose is he's a 5 or a 4 role player?
Yeah.
But he's playing 5 now, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy people can swap. I guess. It's
look at Moo.
Similar hero pool. Yeah, but
Moo versus Moose.
Those heroes, like off lane versus carry, they're very, very different. To some degree, depending on the patch.
I feel like you could say something like people with MOO in their name are just very versatile.
They are.
Right?
Anybody with Moo in their name.
Yeah, apparently.
These cows, man. Double damage, miracle. What are you going to do with it? Let's see. Nothing.
Run away from Spirit Breaker, I guess.
Yeah.
It looks like they were going to try to maybe farm up these camps and then push the top tower, perhaps.
Sure. Okay. Go for that.
Looking at a level 12 Luna now. Scoreboard.
He's
a little bit behind.
Skips the level 10 talent, goes for the skills instead. Because all of these skills are very, very good to max out. Even the Lunar Blessing now is very, very effective. So they just get the tower for free.
And that goes a third of 343's health.
It's rough life to be a Bane. He needs 210 more gold so he can pick up his Tranquil Boots. He'd be a very happy boy.
Moose just finished up his Battle Fury now. And they're going to be keeping tabs on him. They have a nice deep ward placed over here so they can see his inventory. They know it's not long for it. So what's the next move here if you're Complexity, right? You feel pretty good. You're in the driver's seat of this game.
I think you definitely wait like the Luna BKB, but he's going for like a mass farming build with all the stat items, Mask of Madness. He's even going for like a Yasha next, so it'll probably be a pretty long time. I think they're just going to be selective of taking like really good fights with the Luna or just taking small skirmishes without the Luna and playing 4-1. But once they have the BKB, that's their real timing. Unfortunately, though, like, I think the PA is going to get a BKB by the time the Luna has a BKB at this rate, if he goes for a Yasha.
Well, if they keep getting a nice pick off the entire time, it's not going to matter so much. Oh, they've got their eyes on Forever again. They channel up the epicenter. They've got the blink. Burrow strike in, followed with the snowball and the toss. See you later, Marana. Mom likes Luna best.
We talked about this.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I know.
It's a Lamene mom, you know? Not really mom. It's
Come
like
on, the lore, my immersion.
Somewhere Sir Action Slacks is like twitching lore.
He's always twitching. It's all the drugs that he does. I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that.
We got Ice Cream in Kuala Lumpur, like the fluff team and everybody, and he definitely
that is his drugs.
He definitely does like a specific dance while he eats ice cream. It's actually pretty adorable.
You know who does that too? Lyrical. He does.
Lyrical does an ice cream dance.
Lyrical. He does a food dance.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he loves his food.
Food is pretty great, and Lyrical's like super like what's the word? Super disciplined, right?
Yes, he's on the.
Oh, Will-O-Wisp. Death gonna have to burrow strike himself away. We'll get punched back into the Will-O-Wisp again, and looks like he's in for some trouble. It does have that Sandstorm. Gonna get thrown into the snowball, and they'll chase back over here onto Forev. He's got the leap. They'll be able to just disengage. There's gonna be the turnaround again. Oh, he jumps right into Moo and everybody here. They managed to finally get the kill over onto March, and now the arrow is gonna connect over here onto Z-Freak. Nice Nightmare coming out from 343, trying to buy them a little bit more time. And they'll follow up with the Avalanche. Again, another snowball going in. They know that he's going for these creeps. He's going to try to run out again. Walrus Punch coming out. And the shards, but not going to be enough. Moo gets himself a kill.
compLexity just completely backs off after Sand King dies. They really, really value him in these fights. And I can understand why. It's not even about the epicenters. This guy has just hit like double burrow after triple burrow. It is really, really important having him alive in these fights. He's also like kind of your frontliner, so... They just do a full evacuation as soon as he dies. This game is like neck and neck. It's very, very close.
It is. If you take a look at the difference in team net worth, it's just inching closer and closer to being completely even between compLexity and J.Storm. Experience earned is still a little bit off, but it's very, very close. Again, about 3,000 difference.
I can't help but think that like the Mirana is definitely holding back J.Storm a little bit. Not Forev, his play. Like this guy is one of the best Miranas.
One of the best Miranas, yeah.
It's literally just like not as effective as a hero as, you know, a Sand King with all of these stat items. Did you see how many spells he tanked in the last fight?
Mm-hmm.
How did he survive that? No other hero will survive that other than these like 3 extremely tanky offlane guys, these boys. They are large boys and they are in charge boys.
This is definitely the patch for the offlaners. The more that I see this, it's the patch of the offlaners and the patch of like Lich and PA.
Yes.
I don't know. Terrorblade has just always been good. That guy just deserves to be banned. I never want to see Terrorblade again after all this.
Yeah. I never want to see Magnus.
And Magnus, yeah, Magnus is the other big.
Unless it's on my screen and I'm playing it, then I want to see it.
I don't think I've played Magnus in like a long time. I guess this is the time, right? To dig him out.
Definitely. You're going to get those...
Whiff some RPs, get reported.
Doesn't matter. You just press that empower ability on your big, meaty, beefy boy and...
Yeah, but that's putting faith in my cores in my game.
You know, it's like, even an idiot with like a knife is a very terrifying idiot.
That's true. It's actually scarier, probably, right?
It's probably scarier, exactly.
Although occasionally they turn around, they hurt themselves instead of
yeah, whatever.
But do get the Radiance picked up now over on Brile. He's completed that. He's got a Splink. He's going to be going for the BKB next.
It's like a way more common build on Dragon Knight. I'm seeing this almost every game.
Yeah.
Just playing for like the hyper late game. I mean, this makes it so it's not just PA that needs to be worried about. It's basically PA Dragon Knight as like the hard farmers versus just the Luna. Then again, we have seen Death on the Sand King also keep up to pace with a lot of these other heroes in terms of farm. I think like Terrorblade's the only hero that really outpaces any of these other heroes in terms of farming, at least from what we've seen in this tournament. Death has been able to keep up, and I think he will in this game as well. Tiny, though, going to fall off for sure. Doesn't farm quickly at all. He's just a killer hero. In fact, he is...
Another double damaging, though.
That's going to help him kill.
That is. He is on the hunt.
I like that Limp goes for Sange and Yasha. He doesn't build into like the old Echo Saber stuff.
This building. If it doesn't get the last
Reported.
Bit, not
Reported.
like this.
Oh man, that's just gold lost straight up.
It is.
You don't. It's like 250 gold or something like that.
What's our PA have over here? Got the Battle Fury Deso. Going to be going for the BKB like we talked about. Now that's going to be let's see, our Luna already has a BKB, so we're going to see her start making moves, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely the rotation they want to make.
Oh, they found March. A double damage Limp just evaporates all these heroes.
Not the hero they want, though. March is...
No.
Although, I mean, I guess they get any pick and they just run into Roche, but... I'm not sure if you can take it quick enough. They have Caudle for vision. He can blast.
That Will-O-Wisp in the pit, too? Just dragging them all away?
He's nowhere near.
Oh, the arrow.
Caudle's just bot picking up the bounties. They're just sacking Roche.
They are. Z-Freak getting into position, taking a look, seeing that the runes were taken, except for that other one. They're just allowing them to get this. All right. Well, I think this is a really good time for Miracle. Arrow does land over onto the Luna. They're going to protect her.
Oh, that's pretty legit. Maybe you can do some... Come on, Forev.
He's thinking about manning up.
He emptied the inventory slot.
No, not fast enough.
He was disciplined.
He's had a bit of a rough game. They've been chasing him down quite a bit.
I haven't been feeling Marana on this patch.
I know you've been harping on it.
I've tried.
Hi Kyle, how are you?
I've tried Marana. I'm good. Hey man, I'll take the comparison to Kyle. He's gone to like 10 lands.
Kyle's a sweetheart. Kyle's a sweetheart. Nice save here with that snowball. Z-Freak.
Yeah,
God.
Saves the Aegis. Will-O-Wisp.
Will-O-Wisp knocking him back in, though. Again, Luna still standing nearby. The sleep comes out. They're going to be able to knock him back. They use the Eclipse, though. They're going in. That's the BKB reveal over here on Miracle. They're going to just shred through March, and they still have their eyes over here onto Bryle. Look at that dagger damage, though. Oh my god, Miracle. That's so much going through. And Death going to get knocked back. He's already used the Epicenter. There's an Invis rune, though, on Miracle. Still has that Aegis. Still on the hunt. They're looking to see if they can get anything else over here. And they see Bryle. They might be able to get Milan now. They're going to turn back around.
Yeah,
that dagger.
That was really close to... The dagger just forced the Luna to have to back off.
Yeah.
She can't finish off the Dragon Knight. He gets his blink off. Blinks away. If that dagger doesn't crit, the Luna just keeps chasing, and the DK doesn't have the blink up, and he dies. It's so funny how that can happen in this game.
RNG, man.
That's just how she goes. It's the way of the road.
They still,
Ooh, Death scouting out the...
Is he gonna find it? Burrow Strike?
Oh my god.
Oh,
He didn't see it. He didn't see the vision, or he didn't have the vision. Because I'm sure he just instantly goes for it if he has any glimpse of it.
This BKB is about to be online for the PA, so that's going to really come down to 343, making sure that he holds that Fiend's Grip and stays alive. That's the other problem, right? Because he doesn't have a Glimmer Cape or anything like that just yet. Being able to just channel that spell and hold him down. Death finds Dragon Knight again. Big tanky boy. Stuck now on... Wait, was that the Coddle that did that? Coddle did that. Oh, he's got a blink, though. He's going to go for it once again. Finds 343, evaporates him. The BKB coming out from Miracle again. They're going to be able to turn back around. They've got their eyes over here onto Bryle. Do they have the detection? Looks like Bryle's going to be able to walk away.
PA just died instantly. He has a BKB. That is very unfortunate to just get picked like that.
That is indeed Z-Freak looking for this opening. Not going to be able to grab it. They managed to find the Coddle. Toss back over here onto Milan. Should be able to get this kill. And they're going to roll right for it. Marching for some trouble. They're just running right into the space. That arrow coming through actually going to land on Luna again. She's going to be okay. Does have that Aegis. It's okay if it gets burnt. Again, Z-Freak standing over on the slide.
Not have a BKB though.
He already used the... Oh, the Will-O-Wisp bouncing her right back in again. This is a disaster. They can't afford for this to happen. Death coming forward, though, finds himself a rev. They'll be able to push the Luna back. She's sitting very, very low.
That was really
but they've disengaged. Ooh, Bryle. He tried. Miracle sitting very, very low. Gonna have to lifesteal off of these creeps.
Dude, Death is just in the base. He's just in the base.
He's still there.
He is dead. He is a dead man.
That took a lot of little hits, though.
Did.
He saved his Luna. Because that arrow to Luna's face, that was looking very, very scary. He managed to distract her with the Burrow Strike.
That toss back was beautiful.
Yeah.
If Luna dies there, it's really rough. That's your most farmed hero. PA is now eclipsed Luna.
Look how neck and neck everything is, though. Still, look at these spikes in Team Net Worth.
Yeah, this is the closest game so far. One of the closest games of this qualifier, I think, if not the closest.
Yeah. I like it.
Just two teams with. Two heroes that are very, very good at farming the map. Heroes that are very balanced for fighting.
All right,
BKB on DK. That's big.
That's very big.
He's been fighting like it's actually unbelievable that he hasn't died as much as he hasn't died at all actually. Without the BKB, there have been times where it's really close, but his team has been really good at peeling, and he's also just very, very tanky. But without the BKB, it feels like he should have died at least once at this point. But nope. Bryle is a god.
All right, we got a big old smoke coming out here. There's a lot of people sitting over here in the mid lane. They've got their eyes on Luna. Limp hiding in the trees. There's going to be the charge coming through. He doesn't know what he's about to run into, although there's going to be Blinding Light, knocks Z-Freak up to the high ground. Blinks forward, throws out the shards, hoping to maybe grab someone. Not going to be able to quite find it. There's going to be a couple daggers thrown out. Look at Death, though. He finds himself two different people. There's a jump forward coming out from Limp as well. BKB coming out from Moo. As they chase after Limp, they're hoping to just take him down very, very quickly. Bryle now still trying to put the damage out. Limp, there's going to be the Eclipse coming out, though, from Miracle. He's got his own BKB, but the BKB coming out from the Dragon Knight going to be able to keep him alive and very, very healthy. They'll turn back around, and now Now they're trying to run themselves away. Oh, the Will-O-Wisp, though. It's not looking good. Looks like Z-Free gonna get taken down here. Death also in for some trouble. Turns forward. Gonna be able to blink. The buyback coming out from them. Will be able to take down March. They'll find themselves the kill over on Moo.
No buyback?
There's no buyback, and the chase is on now, trying to grab Bryle. They'll throw out the tree, but they don't have anything beyond that.
Yeah, their ability to chase is like completely dependent on Death having mana. He had none, so.
Okay, was that a buyback?
That was a buyback on Limp. Limp bought back.
Limp bought back.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I heard it, but there was a lot going on during that fight.
There was, yeah. That was such a huge Will-O-Wisp, honestly.
That is. Oh, Death? Hello? Just grabs himself a bounty rune. Scooty Booty's way.
Does feel like Death needs some sort of mana regen item.
What do you think would be a good choice here?
Probably Lotus.
Lotus? he favors that quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, he's going for Shiva's, actually.
That works, too.
Which I think, yeah, it's pretty good. Gonna protect from like the right clicks from all of these heroes. There aren't great spells to Lotus, really. So, other than like the DK stun.
That's true.
I don't know if you want to Lotus a PA dagger. It's like, look out, the 112
damage. Oh, no.
Sand King right click. At least it'll apply caustic.
There you go.
That'll be sick. But yeah, I think the Shiva's is good. Gives the raw mana regen now. That's like what Int does, so.
Ooh. Cuddle.
Nice. Oh my god.
He's playing with fire here.
He really is. He just immediately TPs.
Yeah, he knows he can't be here anymore.
I love the blink on Caudle. It makes you so annoying. It used to be a little better before, though, just because you would get like the high ground vision all the time, just surrounding your hero, and you could just run around being super obnoxious, dewarding, and you would just be able to blink out. But it's still very good for like split pushing with Illuminate and for just positioning in fights. If you can blink and get a good Will-O-Wisp off, it's gonna be very, very good.
Well, I grabbed 3 people last time in that Will-O-Wisp. It was looking pretty good, but
yeah.
The buyback coming out from Limp too just kind of threw a monkey wrench in everyone's plans. Gotta be very careful he doesn't get taken down, though.
So Miracle does have a Monkey King bar, and that is there's this like window where the Luna ult isn't enough to kill the PA. She'll have a BKB and some stat items, and you need to get to the Monkey King bar before you can kill her again. And now he has a Monkey King bar.
All right, Z-Freak actually branching off from everyone here. Needs to be careful. Smoke actually going to pop. They know that they're Moonlight Shadow. There's going to be the jump forward, followed up with the arrow. The BKB coming out from Forever. That's just a very dead Z-Freak. Death was thinking about trying to go in for the help. Will-O-Wisp coming through. It's going to be able to drag several of these guys back. They'll bounce back over here on the Luna. Death actually in so much trouble. He's going to get taken down. They're not going to have to worry about that. And now I think you just leave if you're complexity. I don't think you want to stick around, although they go in the... What's 343 doing? I think that was a bit of miscommunication. Look at Limp. He's like, get out of there, Miracle. Dagger comes out. The blink board coming out from Milan. They're going to buy back over onto the Sand King. They want to take this engagement now. They know that they need to slow them down, try to take them back. A lot of these BKBs are down. Dragon Knight still has a BKB up, though.
Nice to force the buyback.
That's a pretty big one for J.Storm.
It just seems at this point there isn't enough damage to tear through this both the Dragon Knight and the PA. And both of these heroes are doing enough damage that in the time, like if they can just take the fights long, the PA and the DK will eventually kill even Death, who's very, very tanky. Like these heroes are falling off, whereas like the DK, because he went for that Radiance build, he is not falling off. So it's basically a bunch of supports versus a bunch of supports in Luna versus like a PA and DK with a bunch of supports. That Will-O-Wisp in the last fight was beautiful, by the way. Just the fact that it forced Death to run the opposite direction to get out of it. Then he runs into it or he runs into the enemy team. He had no choice because of where that was placed. It separated the fight.
That's so important, too. If you can make complete chaos in a fight.
It takes some...
And take the most, I don't want to say the most important hero, but like one of the most effective heroes away from the rest of the team that they're really relying on.
Yeah, it takes some like pretty nice presence of mind to look at a fight and see that you can split it up like that, and then use the Will-O-Wisp to do that, to force him to run. It really abuses the strengths of this new Caudle hero if you use it like that.
Okay, now this is pretty big because Limp now has himself a Shadow Blade. He's going for the Silver Edge. He's got an Arcane Rune. He's going to be able to scout out a little bit better, but they're playing so intelligently over on the side of J.Storm. They're grouping together. They're making sure that everybody moves in a way that they're not going to have any sort of pickoffs, because that's very, very dangerous for them. If they get a good pickoff on Moo, that opens the doors.
Yes, for sure, because then it's like Luna versus DK, and I think Luna wins that.
Yes.
So Moo is definitely the hero they don't want to get gone on. They want the DK to get initiated on, or the Spirit Breaker running in like a moron. That's perfectly acceptable in this game, just to start the fight.
Roche is up.
Yeah, he is like twitching. That is
relax. He's a little uncomfortable, man. Somebody just threw shards into his house.
I mean, yeah, that was... The ice was
the
kind
home
of
invasions that come out on this poor guy, Limp. They spot out March.
Use bulldoze.
Oh, that's a nice will-o-wisp though. Buys him a little bit more time. Brow gonna jump up, immediately gonna be able to take out Z-Freak. Daggers being thrown left and right. Limp actually gets the toss back here, but he's still in the middle of a lot of people. Wants to find that kill over onto March, and he's not gonna be able to find it, I don't think. That dagger coming through. A couple more right clicks. Brow's gonna find that opening. Beautiful epicenter coming through, but again, will-o-wisp coming out. There's the buyback coming out from the Phantom Assassin.
Dude, Milan has a refresher orb. What? It's a second will-o-wisp.
I knew he used it earlier, but...
Good lord.
So who took down the PA during all that?
She was just in the middle of the fight. Didn't use the BKB.
They want this Roche though. They know that Tiny's down.
He's no buyback. He bought back.
No buyback. Yeah. There's not too much that they can really do. They already used the epicenter, although, all right, Dub's still going to try anyways. There's going to be the Eclipse coming through. They're going to be just eradicate Milan right into the... Here comes the Miracle. Oh, the Fiend's Grip coming out from the Bane. Moo, is he going to be able to make it out? No, he's going to get taken down. That's a dieback on Moo right now. Rev also trying to run himself away.
Good lord, they're just going to get a free Roche.
They're going to go right back in.
They actually just get Roche on. If Luna walks in there... They do. I mean, they BKB in 14 seconds on Luna.
Get in that pit, girl.
There's no
PA.
There's no will-o-wisp either. Like,
there's no will-o-wisp. There's no PA. This is your time. Get that Aegis.
That is so unfortunate for J.Storm.
That is Dota 2. That is how fast this game can turn around.
I thought this was just in the bag with Limp being dead and Roche being up. How do they fight?
You put your faith in death.
I have faith.
Finding that opening and then having Miracle just follow up.
I have faith that death will come. It won't be a miracle. It will be death.
I mean, Miracle did help death, though. That was a good lunar eclipse.
Yeah, it is a miracle. For sure.
A Christmas miracle? No.
Oh.
No.
It's...
No, I'm actually really mad at myself for even making that joke. But the Boots Travel coming out again, death has it. And this is what happens. We get mid-game when you have this Luna. She's gonna, unless she walks directly into an arrow like that. Oh, but Death jumps forward immediately. He's gonna try to slow them down. The snowball comes out. They're gonna be able to safely turn back around over here. Bryle, and for a lot of trouble, there's a decent amount of damage, and they've got the BKB up and running over here on the Luna. Can they take down Bryle? Yes, they'll find that kill. He might have to buy back here.
There's no DP.
Put their attention right back onto these towers, be able to take it. There's a jump forward coming out from Death again. This guy is just on point. The toss comes out, and they'll be able to get a kill over onto Milan. There's no Milan. They're still going to town over here. They've got their eyes on March. They might want to turn back around and put their attention over onto these buildings. In fact, Miracle actually, he's just done. He says, all right, I'm tired. Let's get this all wrapped up. I'm just going to hit your tier 4s. I'm a Luna. I hit so fast. I can hit all your buildings, cancel out all your blinks. And look at this. They're just going for the win, Jenkins.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Miracle's still going.
And he has Aegis.
Still going. He doesn't care. Limp also just punching left and right. They've got the Fiend's Grip. There's going to be the toss back over here. Throw him over to Death. You know, have a little fun time. They've got the fort coming out. They're just done. They're done.
Maybe they can disable.
Death, look at Death. Just blink, blink.
They can't do it. They just win. Just supports winning the game.
Your supports. Eyes on the prize. Complexity. They're going to Katowice.
God. Oh, just like that.
Just like that.
My God, I can't help but just feel when I see these games. I've been in this position where you just. The game was so close, but one set of like poor decisions, one set of just screw ups will result in that game was in the bag for J.Storm. I mean, it wasn't exactly one or something like that, but they had the Tiny was dead. It was 5v4. They had they were going to take Roche, and I mean they're basically just in an even game with Aegis. They were going to have Aegis, and then they also have this team that like they were fighting successful. They were having successful fights because it was essentially Bryle and PA as these late game heroes versus just the Luna. But
what was it? Just that Roche fight? Is that where everything just went sideways for them? Because it felt like J.Storm was feeling very confident. You had, Moo had plenty of farm, had lots of damage, and then it felt like there were just a couple of those engagements where
that was definitely just the Roche fight. Oh boy, that's gotta hurt. That's really gotta hurt because those fights were feeling good. For J.Storm, they were feeling really, really good. As soon as they got the DK BKB, even just with the Radiance, those fights felt pretty good because you didn't have the DK fall off. Like we had, the Mirana was not super effective in the fights, but
I'm still harping on the Mirana.
I mean, he actually went 10-3. Let's see. Let's look at the hero damage. So he did 29,000. He actually did the highest on his team. damn.
I don't think it was the problem. I don't think the Marana was the problem. I think I think they took a couple really bad engagements, and unfortunately, it cost them. It cost them everything.
Yes, I think the Marana was also focusing like the supports, too.
You know, the refresher on Milan was great, but I just felt like this keeper was a little underwhelming. I feel like
other than like the Will-O-Wisps, I think yes.
Exactly.
I think Will-O-Wisp really makes that hero.
And that's one of the reasons that you pick him right now.
Oh man, I'm just hurting from this game because it's like, it was just a throw. It's not like they had the lead, but they made one big like screw up. You know what I mean? Like Moo dying without using the BKB and then buying
back. It never really looked like it was.
And then dying.
Super going in their favor though. It was very neck and neck the entire time.
It was neck and neck. Yeah, it was neck and neck, but J.Storm had the momentum, and then just in a series of really good fights from compLexity, they were able to really they like J.Storm bled a lot. Like they would lose one hero, and then compLexity would just keep chasing with the Sand King and the Tiny. They would just get kill after kill after kill. That's one way that you can really punish a lineup that is like fighting potentially better than you, is that you can take those team fights that you do win and get a lot more out of them by just chasing a lot better. Like they were doing a really, really good job capitalizing on the team fights that they did win. Death, again, highest damage on his team.
And look at the player net worth here. If we look at this chart, look how high he was for like the longest time. He was just super effective. He was able to farm. He was able to find kills and help assist in ganks. And you can see his effect. I
like the fact that he has this style with Sand King where he doesn't play to pressure in the lane. Rather, he plays to be very, very greedy. Because we can see that like Marana had pretty decent net worth as well. It's just when you're Sand King, you can cut the creep wave and take the jungle as well. And if you are contributing in the late game, maybe more so than like a Marana does, it's worth it to cut that wave, just because you know with those items you're going to do more, especially because you're getting more items.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, at least in the past, in 7.20, you would pick Sand King, and it would be almost exclusively to pressure. This wasn't really a hero that was like, oh, Sand King's this crazy late-game force. Like,
yeah, no.
No, he's not.
No.
But like when you play it like this, and you have this frontline tankiness where you're impossible to kill and forcing the enemy team's hand and being so annoying in these team fights, as well as providing the utility of having the burrow strikes, he is actually a late-game force. Maybe not in terms of damage, even though I say that he has the highest hero damage.
Yeah.
The only reason he has the highest hero damage, I think, is not because he was actually looking to do damage. He was just doing such a good job hitting double burrows and being annoying in these fights that he ended up doing the most damage.
Yeah, he was very, very good at his positioning. Definitely, again, for me, MVP goes out to Death again. This guy is just, his Sand King is very, very on point. He's very, very just patient, good at positioning. I feel like he was super, super effective. So, he was great.
It's important to note, too, that the reason that they get the Sand King in all of these games is because Z-Freak was getting targeted with a lot of bans too.
They banned out his Phoenix. They were banning out his Tusk earlier. Of course, you have to ban out, the what was it, the Magnus, Terrorblade. They always did the IO too, but again, like you said, it almost felt like it might be better to let him have the IO.
I mean, Z-Freak IO is pretty
Z-Freak's a good player. Like, he's heavily being targeted, so that allowed Death to get his hero. It allowed Liv to get his Tiny.
That's just the thing when you have so many players with like signature heroes, and I mean, what would you ban out to like ban out Miracle? It feels like he plays a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
With Limp, a lot of his heroes are like more second phase bans, so you don't have to worry about that. But really, it feels like between Z-Freak and Death, there are too many like super signature heroes to ban out, that they're always going to have like a comfortable draft. And I'm glad they figured out their style.
Yeah. And it's still evolving too. You can definitely see, there's some little misplays here and there, but compLexity is starting to really come together.
I'm glad I was hyping them up at the start of like yesterday. Just the fact that
you like flip flop so much though. You're like, J.Storm's got this. And
okay.
You're like, all right, compLexity maybe.
But what I said was, I guess this is a bit fencing, but what I said was, I think that within a month, compLexity should be the better tier 1 team. I think J.Storm should be more consistent. They should be stronger right now, just given that they've played at all these majors. But individual skill-wise, compLexity is a ridiculous roster.
Right.
So if they can get their team play together, which obviously they did, then they're the better team.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing too, is that I'm not sure if J.Storm was fully expecting them to be at this level of play yet either.
Sure.
But, congratulations going out to compLexity Gaming. They're going to be taking the spot as they go to the Katowice ESL One.
Yes. You were going to say major.
I almost said major,
it's
I know.
It's not DPC, unfortunately.
It's not, sorry. Ooh. But
we do have ESL DPC, right? Birmingham?
There is one, yeah. Birmingham? Yes. And, you know, GG well play going out to J.Storm. They put up one hell of a fight, but unfortunately, only one team can go forward, and that's going to be compLexity. Yep. So thank you guys so much for watching us here over at the Join Dota Studios. I am at Moxie Cass. I'm with the wonderful at Jenkins Dota. We had a great time bringing you the series, and hopefully we'll see you around another time. But that's it from us tonight, so GG.
Peace out.